Let me quote a part of the Tiongkos paper, which states that climate change is the new normal environment that adds greater pressure to the goal of increasing agricultural productivity. While the government's effort in mainstreaming climate change adaptation and mitigation in the policy arena is laudable, I'm sure that all of us agree that many of the issues that would make or break efforts towards resilience are nothing new, and these problems have been plaguing Philippine agriculture for a very long time. These are productivity problems which are now exacerbated by high temperatures or too much precipitation, extreme weather events, sea level rise, and evolution of minor pests and diseases into major ones due to climate change. The previous Philippine Development Plan for Agriculture views the agriculture sector's enhanced resilience to the risk of climate change as a means to achieve higher incomes and improve food security. Hence, resilience is in part a productivity issue. The point I'm trying to drive at is that since this is a productivity issue, unless fundamental problems like inadequate R&D budgetary support, weak extension systems, limited access to formal credit, inadequate low quality and poorly maintained infrastructure, and weak rural institutions, to name a few, are properly addressed, climate resilience in agriculture would be very difficult to achieve, or it will take longer to achieve, and I'm sure we all agree that here, the time is of the essence. Let me zero in on a key component of the climate change adaptation strategy, and that is technology intervention. The issues earlier mentioned affect technology generation, adoption, and diffusion. To be fair, of course, technology is not the only component of a sound approach to adaptation. Improved management of resources at risk, governance, and other aspects of natural resource management are also equally important, which brings me to the second paper. The issue of management of resources at risk, particularly water resources and its governance, is the core of Dr. Rola's presentation. Adequate supply of irrigation water makes possible the adoption of packages of technology for climate change adaptation and increased productivity. Now, the fact that only 56% of the country's irrigable areas are developed would imply that still a significant portion of of the farmer population will have low adoption of these technology packages. Not only would resolving these issues on governance address directly the problem of supply, but it will also increase climate resilience through improved adaptation or adoption of technology interventions. Now, credit access and risk are important factors to consider in technology adoption. Without liquid capital, farmers are constrained in their ability to invest optimally in productivity-enhancing agricultural technologies or practices. Risks, on the other hand, can depress productive input use. Now, risk-mitigating crop varieties provide a promising alternative to insurance that can reduce farmers' risk and produce higher yields. However, if the farmer is credit-constrained, adoption is also uncertain. Now, one item under strategies in the area of competitive and sustainable agriculture and fisheries of the Philippine Development Plan is crop or agricultural insurance protection, where farmers are to be provided with credit assistance and appropriate incentive mechanisms to undertake climate change adaptation measures. These strategies are to be implemented so that farmers simultaneously increase their resilience to the risks of climate change and their agricultural productivity. However, as presented by Dr. Reyes, much is still to be desired in terms of the design and implementation of PCIC's program. Now, as a final note, let me mention the role of transaction costs in technology adoption at the farm level. Literature cites that transaction costs involved in learning and acquiring new technology are important determinants of the rate of technology adoption. It has also been shown that incidence of rural poverty increases while utilization of agricultural production inputs falls significantly as the distance to market increases. Travel costs in input and output markets are also have distinct effects on input usage and variety choice. Mitigating these costs through the provision of better roads and easier access to agricultural input and output markets, and the provision of trainings and better extension services will increase the rate of agricultural technology adoption, improve productivity, and enhance climate resiliency in agriculture.